What's up guys, Cheap Beast aka Noah back today bringing another video. This time we're doing September sneaker releases. September honestly isn't that bad of a month. There's some pretty cool stuff on there. Obviously I'm a few days late, so we're going to be actually starting on the 7th, but there's a lot of Jordans this month. There's some cool other stuff, a lot of Nike, a lot of Jordan, not really a ton of Adidas or like New Balance or anything, but obviously there's a lot more stuff that gets added throughout the month. So let's just get right into the sneaker releases. So on the 7th, the first one I actually picked, I just kind of picked it because it's weird. It's a Jordan System 23 Clog. It's going to retail for $110. It's a two-part sneaker, so it's like got that outer like foam clog, whatever rubber thing, and then the inner like booty, which you can take out and actually like wear it around. I don't know. And there's also elephant print on like the little booty that you can take out, so there's at least something else to it. It looks kind of like a kitchen shoe, so if you guys haven't actually like seen like a kitchen shoe before, like the non-slip shoe is how I'm actually thinking of it. If you want to wear like a Nike clog thing, go for it. I don't think it's anything special. I just kind of wanted to throw it on this list because it's a little weird. Then next up on the 8th, we have the Supeme Nike SB Blazer Mid. Retail, I'm not actually sure yet. I think it's probably going to retail for around like 150 bucks if I had to guess. There's going to be two colorways. There's a black leather and then a blue denim. It's actually a remake of a 2006 collab with Supeme and Nike on the SB Blazers. Obviously there's one with all black leather and then there's one with the blue denim. I like the blue denim one a little bit more, but they both feature a fake yellow snakeskin swoosh on it, and then in the insoles it says Supeme on it. Obviously these are going to sell out anytime anything releases with Nike and Supeme. It always sells out like right away. Reselling this is probably even pretty good. I imagine it'd be pretty hard to get on the day of release, just because that's how Supeme drops normally are, but really cool sneakers. I do like the blue one a little bit better. Then on the 10th, we have the Jordan 3 Fire Red. It's going to retail for $210. This one's going to release in a full family sizing. It's actually one of the original colorways of the Jordan 3. It's a pretty simple colorway. It's mostly white with red accents and then the elephant print. That's pretty standard on Jordan 3s. Obviously, super simple one. I think it hasn't re-retroed in a while. There's been other red versions, but nothing in exact fire red colorway. So it's a pretty clean sneaker. If you're into Jordan 3s, this is one of the good ones to pick up. Plus, it hasn't been released in a while, so it should do pretty well and definitely will sell out. Then on the 11th, we have the Nike Air Trainer SC Raider. It's going to retail for $130. I think this one also has like a kid sizing, but these are mainly associated with Bo Jackson. So this colorway actually goes back to his time when he played for the Raiders. I think at that time, it might have been like Los Angeles Raiders, Oakland Raiders, one of those two. Obviously, they're the Vegas Raiders now, but it's pretty standard black, gray, and white. I think it's a pretty cool colorway. I don't know how I feel about the Air Trainers. I didn't really have them. Obviously, I feel like when they were really popular, it was a little before my time, but it's a cool colorway. I don't mind the silhouette, so if you're looking for a cool Air Trainer in a pretty basic colorway, this would be a good one to pick up. Then jumping to the 14th, we have the Jordan 1 Mid Wearaway. This one I actually put on here because I think it's actually a pretty cool colorway. I kind of like the idea. Obviously, it's on a mid. If you are like a high only person, then you might not like it. Plus, this is actually releasing kid sizing. It's going to retail for $130, at least for like grade school, whatever they call that, like the bigger kid sizing. But the red on it is made to actually look like it was black originally, and the black has like worn away. Obviously, that's where the name Wearaway comes from. Supposedly, there may be an adult sizing of it in the future, but that hasn't been confirmed yet. But I do think the colorway is pretty cool. I like the Wearaway. Has been sneakers in the past that I've like made to wear away. So this one they're doing it for you, and I think it's probably permanent. I don't think like the black wears away as the time goes on, but I think it's a pretty cool colorway. I wish it wasn't on a mid and maybe it was on like a high or something, but again, pretty cool colorway and something cool for kids. Then on the 15th, the only Adidas sneakers that I am covering this month, the Yeezy drops weren't anything special, so I didn't really cover any of those, but it's on the 15th. It's the Adidas Adidas Foam Q. This actually I believe is a restock because I released I think on the 2nd of this month, but it's going to retail for $120. There are two colorways of it. There's white and then there's a black and orange. I like the white a lot better. Supposedly they draw inspiration from the 2001 Adidas Quake, which looks kind of similar. They have the same kind of like lines and stuff on it, but obviously everyone sees this and thinks it's very similar to the Adidas Foam Runner, the Yeezy Foam Runner really. So there's been a lot of like criticisms about Adidas copying and like trying to get rid of Yeezy and that kind of stuff. So I mean, you guys can have your own opinions about it. If you're into this sneaker, it's kind of like the Clog, where I think you can take out like the inner booty too. So if you're into it, cool. I just wanted to bring it on here because there has been some controversy around it. Also on the 15th, I think one of the better sneakers of the month, it's the Balvin Jordan 2. It's going to retail for $300, which I feel like is really steep. I feel like they're normally like 100 or like 200 something dollars, if that. But obviously there's another collab on a Jordan 2, which have been really popular this year. There's been a ton of collabs on it. This one's obviously with Balvin. He's had a few collabs, I feel like even this year. But it's light blue, and then there's like a sky like scene on like the heel counter, and then features some Balvin stuff on it. On the insole, I believe it says Balvin, and then there's a smiley face with like his smiley face on the back of the heel. I think it's actually a really cool colorway. Like I said, they've been pushing Jordan 2s a ton this year, so it's not surprising that they have another cool collab on it. But this one is a pretty cool colorway. $300 is a little much. I imagine it'll resell for a little bit if that's what you're into. But if you're just into picking it up, I think it is a cool colorway. Then 17th, this one kind of teases, I guess, for a later release of the month, but it's a Jordan 1 Heirloom. It's going to retail for $170. It's a black and yellow Jordan 1, but the black isn't leather. The black is actually like a denim twill is what it said. It's a decent colorway. I feel like they've had something similar in the past, but obviously this one's not in all leather. Supposedly the yellow is a little more tan. It looks yellow on my screen, so that's what I'm going with, but then in another image I've seen it's a little more tan. But it's a decent Jordan 1. Obviously they're releasing a Jordan 1. I feel like yellow is going to be pretty popular, at least this fall, in terms of like Jordans and stuff like that. There's one later this month that's probably going to be the best sneaker of the month. But this one's all right. Obviously, if it was all leather, I think it'd do a little bit better. But since it is that like denim material for the black, I think it'll just do all right. Then we have two sneakers on the 22nd. The first one is a Jordan 1 Denim. It's going to retail for $170. This one, both these are actually women's releases. The first one has white leather and blue denim like all over it. I think it's okay. I think the denim's kind of cool. It's got like that frayed to it on it. I feel like it probably works for a women's release for some reason. I feel like that's what they always try to push for, something a little more unique for the women's, not just like a standard colorway. But there are like Jordan like gold logos on like right at the bottom of the laces, which I think is kind of cool. In my opinion, I'd probably take them off just because I wouldn't want them on there. But I don't mind the colors. I don't know if I would want like denim ones, but the white leather definitely is good. I think the like actual like how it's made, color blocking, is pretty good, but not a big fan of the denim material. And then another women's release on the same day is the Jordan 1 Low Split. It's going to retail for $120. This one's similar to the Homage Jordan 1. If you guys have seen that, it's split right down the middle. One side is one colorway, one side's the other. So same for this one. This one has kind of like the pandas on the outsides of the sneaker, and then the inners are like the reverse panda, really. So I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, the color blocking switches. If you're into that, it's a pretty cool sneaker. You have basically two sneakers in one. I feel like this one's pretty simple just because it's like black and white and then white and black. So I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, for a women's release, it's not bad. And there's also one in a, I believe, a Jordan 1 Mid, I believe, or maybe it's a Dunk Mid. Either way, there's a mid version of this too. So if you don't want the low, you can get the mid in a pretty decent colorway. And then the best sneaker release, probably in my opinion, of the month is the Jordan 1 Yellow Toe or the Jordan 1 Taxi. I don't know exactly what name they're going with, but it's going to retail for $170 like all Jordans do. It's probably the most anticipated release of the month. I feel like I covered this in my beginning of the year video when I was ranking some of these things. I feel like I put this probably like in the A tier or something because that's not bad. But it was originally shown as a PE in 2018, so there has been rumors of it for the past like 4 years. The color blocking is obviously very similar to the black toes, but this one is in yellow. So obviously it's the most classic Jordan 1 on this list. It's the only one that's got like the color blocking that everyone likes. And then yellow, I feel like I haven't really seen a yellow Jordan 1, at least with this color blocking, I don't know, ever or in a while. Obviously going to sell out. It's going to do really well. It's probably the biggest release of the month, even though it's not like a collab or anything. But I think that people definitely want it, and I feel like I haven't seen just a normal Jordan 1 in a while. So this one's definitely going to sell out and do really well. And then the last sneaker is one I actually covered last month, but there's a different colorway this month, is the TomSachs Nike General Purpose shoe. It's going to retail for, I think, $109.99 or $110 basically. But I believe this is the second colorway of the sneaker. This one is actually going to be in yellow. If you don't know the meaning behind the sneaker of the General Purpose, it's made to be worn like every day. Obviously, I think the other colorway is a lot better than this one. So if you are in between like picking one of these up and you want to try to pick this one up, I think the other colorway is a little bit better. I feel like that one's easier to wear every day. But if you're into yellow, I feel like there's been a ton of yellow sneakers this month. So another trend that Nike is going to go with. But again, TomSachs Nike GSP isn't a bad sneaker, and obviously you're supposed to be wearing it every day. So that's everything this month. Let me know in the comments what you guys are looking forward to this month. Obviously, everyone's probably looking for the Yellowtail or the Taxi, probably the biggest one of the month. J Balvin's pretty cool, but they're $300, so we'll see about that one. But I think this one's a pretty decent month if you can get your hands on some of these sneakers, especially if you like the Jordan 3s or the Supremes. Definitely one to look out for. So if you're looking for some cool sneakers, September has some pretty decent stuff. So pretty happy that September has decent sneakers. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.